Hello everyone and welcome to the class on business analytics. So in today's class, we'll be looking at how we can perform regression and correlation. So it is a kind of a recap of how we can perform regression and correlation using the data analysis toolpack in Excel. So for performing the regression and correlation, you need to have this data analysis add-in installed in your Excel. For doing that, you can go to File, Options, Add-ins, and here Manage Excel Add-ins, go, and these two need to be ticked, and then click on OK. So when you do that, you will get this data analysis coming up over here. Now we have this data set over here where your y, that is your dependent variable, is your miles per gallon or mpg, and all these x1, x2, x3 and x4, that is engine size, horsepower, weight and acceleration, all these are your independent variables. So we're going to perform correlation as well as regression for this particular data set. So for doing that, you'll go to data analysis, and here you will search for correlation and click on OK. The input range here, we need to select both our dependent and independent variables. So I will select all these, and since I've selected the labels as well, that is the column headers, I need to check this particular box as well. Output range, I would like to have it in the same sheet. So I'm going to select an empty cell and then click on OK. So this is the output which I get for my correlation. And we have only one dependent variable, that is mpg. So this particular value or this particular column is the column that we'll be referring to and making the interpretation of the output. So we can see over here that the first three, engine size, horsepower and weight, these are all positive values. So we say that all these three, engine size, horsepower and weight, have a positive correlation with MPG. Now if the value is less than 0.5, then we say it is a weak correlation. If it is greater than 0.5, we say it is a strong correlation. So in this case, engine size, horsepower and weight, since all these values are less than 0.5, we'll say they have a weak positive correlation with MPG. When you see acceleration, now acceleration is negative 0.5411779, which means to say it has a negative correlation with MPG. So now again, greater than negative 0.5, we say it is a strong correlation. Less than negative 0.5, we say it is a weak correlation. So as per that, your acceleration has a negative strong correlation with MPG. So this is the interpretation that we will be writing for the output that we have obtained. Now moving on to the regression, again we will go to data analysis, and now instead of correlation we will choose regression and then click on OK. So here we have to now give separately the dependent variable range and the independent variable range. So input Y range is my MPG, so I'll be selecting that particular column alone. Input X range, I have 4 independent variables, so I'll be selecting all the 4. Labels are selected, so I'll select labels as well. Output range, we'll do it in the same sheet. So here I'm going to select the empty cell and then click on OK. So this is the output that you will be getting for the data that we have. Now I'll move on to just copy this data and put it into another sheet, and I'll let you know how you need to interpret this particular output of regression. So in your interpretation, you need to write the value of R square and adjusted R square. So here for the observation, 20 observations, we have an R square value of 0.54 and adjusted R square value of 0.42, which is as same as given in the regression statistics. Then we'll move on to the third table over here, which gives us about the coefficients, p-value, etc. So before even we go into these values, we first need to write the regression equation. So for writing the regression equation, we know that the dependent variable is MPG and we have 4 independent variables. So the regression equation will be MPG equal to intercept. Intercept value is 21.51. So 21.51 plus your engine size into the coefficient that we have got. So engine size into 0.04. Then again plus horsepower into minus 0.09. So I'm just changing the plus sign over here to minus. So minus horsepower into 0.09. Weight is positive, so plus weight into 0.00. Acceleration is negative, so minus acceleration into 0.36. Once we have this, now we will see the p-value column. Now in p-value, if the value is less than 0.05, we say that that particular variable is significant. If we have a p-value of greater than 0.05, we say it is insignificant. So now when we go to the p-value, we see that intercept we will ignore now. We'll see for all the other 4 variables. We will see that the first two, engine size and horsepower, they are having a value of p which is less than 0.05. So these are significant, or it impacts your MPG. Whereas the other two, weight and acceleration, they are not significant, they're insignificant, and they do not impact the MPG. So here we write it as engine size 0.047, that is the p-value which I have, and horsepower 0.014, which is again the p-value, are significant variables. Whereas weight, that is 0.743, and acceleration, which is 0.280, are insignificant variables. So now the final interpretation is we'll only be interpreting for the significant variables. So here, for every 1 unit increase in engine size, our MPG increases by 0.04. And for every 1 unit increase in horsepower, my MPG decreases by 0.09. So this is again, we'll go back to the equation, or you can see the coefficient and make the interpretation for these two. So I hope you have understood how you need to carry out regression and correlation in Excel, and also how do you interpret these results. Thank you.